Beyond the boundaries of the ordinary world lay a magical kingdom known as Everloom, a land where dreams took shape and emotions carried power. The skies shimmered in soft gold at dawn, and the stars whispered ancient stories at night. Fairies lived among crystal towers, floating gardens, and glowing rivers of light. Everloom was famous for its magic. Some fairies controlled light, some ruled sound and music, some commanded illusions so powerful they could change reality for a moment. But among all of them lived one fairy whose magic was different, quiet, slow, and deeply emotional. Her name was Ilara. She was known as the Royal Designer Fairy. Ilara did not carry a shining wand or sparkling crown. She lived in a small studio at the edge of the palace grounds, surrounded by fabric, enchanted needles, and glowing threads. Her magic flowed through design. Every dress she created carried emotion: silk stitched with hope, velvet woven with courage, linen infused with patience, gold thread carrying love. When someone wore Ilara's creations, they did not just look beautiful, they felt understood. Yet no one applauded her. At royal celebrations, fairies with loud magic stood in the spotlight. Ilara stood behind curtains, adjusting hems, fixing tears, and perfecting designs. "She's talented," some said quietly. "But her magic isn't exciting," others replied. Ilara heard every word, and slowly she began to believe them. Ilara never complained. She worked through the night while others slept. Her fingers bore tiny scars from enchanted needles. Her wings, once bright, now glowed faintly, drained by years of giving without recognition. Still, she whispered to herself, "If my work helps someone, that is enough." But deep inside, loneliness grew. She had no friends at celebrations. No one asked about her dreams. No one wondered if the fairy who healed others needed healing herself. One winter, the kingdom changed. Prince Adrian, the future king of Everloom, returned from a distant conflict beyond the magical borders. He returned victorious, but broken. His smile vanished, his voice softened into silence. His eyes carried shadows no magic could erase. He stopped attending court. He refused music, light, and celebration. Even the most powerful healing fairies failed. Queen Isabella wept each night. King Marcus watched helplessly. Everloom had never feared darkness until it entered the heart of its prince. In desperation, the royal council opened the Book of Origins, an ancient record of forgotten magic. They found a prophecy written in faded silver ink. "When a royal soul breaks in silence, seek not fire, song, or spell. The one who weaves emotion into form shall heal what power cannot." The room fell silent. "Who weaves emotion?" the queen asked. A servant hesitated before answering. "The designer fairy, Ilara." For the first time in her life, Ilara was summoned to the throne room. She walked through golden halls trembling. Her dress was simple, her wings barely shimmered. "You are Ilara?" Queen Isabella asked kindly. "Yes, your majesty," Ilara replied, lowering her head. "We need you," the queen said softly. Those 3 words shook Ilara's soul. No one had ever needed her before. Ilara was not asked to heal Prince Adrian with magic. She was asked to create something for him. She returned to her studio and closed the doors. For 40 nights she worked without rest. She created a royal coat, not for beauty, not for status, but for healing. Into the fabric she stitched threads spun from moonlight tears, patterns shaped like forgotten dreams, colors drawn from grief and hope, spaces of silence because pain needed room to breathe. As she stitched, she whispered, You are allowed to hurt. You are still worthy. You are not weak for feeling pain. Each word became part of the cloth. By the final night, Ilara collapsed from exhaustion, but the magic was complete. When Prince Adrian wore the coat, the court waited for a miracle. There was no glow, no thunder, no dazzling light. Instead, he fell to his knees. Tears streamed down his face. For the first time since his return, he cried not from pain alone, but from relief. The coat did not erase his suffering, it acknowledged it. And in that acceptance, healing began. The kingdom celebrated Prince Adrian's recovery. Fairies claimed credit. "The light helped him," one said. "My song softened his heart," another claimed. Ilara said nothing. She returned quietly to her studio because she had learned long ago that the silent ones are often forgotten. Prince Adrian noticed something strange. Whenever he removed the coat, his strength weakened. When he wore it, clarity returned. He asked the court, "Who created this?" No one answered honestly. So he searched himself. He found Ilara alone, repairing a gown under dim light. "You made this," he said, holding the coat. Ilara bowed. "I only stitched fabric, Your Highness." Prince Adrian shook his head. "No, you stitched understanding." For the first time, someone saw her magic. Before the entire court, Prince Adrian did the unthinkable. He knelt before Ilara. "You healed me by respecting my pain," he said. "You did what no power could." The kingdom fell silent. From that day on, Ilara was no longer invisible. Ilara was offered riches, titles, and a place in the palace. She refused luxury, but accepted purpose. She created a new tradition. No royal ceremony without meaningful design. No beauty without truth. No magic without empathy. Young fairies came to learn from her, not how to shine, but how to connect. One night, Ilara finally created a dress for herself, not for approval, not for service, but for self-respect. When she wore it, her wings glowed brighter than ever before. The strongest magic is not loud. True designers do not decorate bodies, they heal souls. And sometimes, the fairy who heals everyone is the one who needs to be seen the most.